Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to TIMBP Live. We're back. Can you believe it? Sorry, I'll switch over to the face cam here in just a second. I was busy messing around with new lighting, and I lost track of time, so I had to run upstairs and grab glasses. Now I look a little too red. So we're gonna fix. We're gonna fix things together. How's that sound? How's everybody doing? Oh, but the lighting has improved things so much. Too many things. Too many things. Oh, crap. There we go. Look at this. All right. All right. We're good. We're live over on Twitch, on YouTube, on Instagram. We're all over the place. Things are looking different. Podcast villain herself, Miss Emily Chambers, was here first. Tony Bag of Donuts, happy Leap Day. One of my bestest friends turned 11 today. Happy birthday to the child that you're a friend of. Sugar Kitty says meow, 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 meow. Donnie the Linux Cat is here. Hello, Donnie. Stacy, Miss Four Leaf Whiskey, good to see you. Riveting television, I know. Good to see you, though, Joe. Lighting and audio are my nemesis. Thankfully, I'm okay with audio, but lighting, I'm still getting the hang of it. Daniel Sutherland, cheers, guys. Hello, Daniel. Good to see you. 44, I don't believe you. You just told me he's 11. What are you doing being friends with kids, Tony? We talked about this. Remember? There we go. That's looking better. Better all the time. Have to admit, it's getting better. I never said he. Oh, fair enough. Well, that makes, Tony, that might make it a little bit, that might make it slightly weirder, if I'm being honest with you. Hey, thank you all so much for being here. I want to let you know a couple of things up top. And then we'll move on to the fun stuff, some housekeeping. If you haven't yet, of course, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already as well. You can support the show through Snuffy Chats. It's our manner of super chatting. It goes to support the patron saint, the main man himself of TIMBP Live, Mr. Snuffleupagus back here, through the stream elements link below. If you do so, you get your message right up here at the top right-hand side, or top left-hand side of your screen. It is very much appreciated, but thank you so much for just being here in general. You guys are wonderful. I appreciate you. You're the best. You're the best. What should I review next? Starting to do Fantano. What is going on, Mr. Brian Bikey, Mr. Abandoned Bourbon over on Instagram? We had some folks stopping by as well. Bourbon Battalion, Empty Suit, AZ Bourbon, Patrick Mohan, and then Abandoned Bourbon. Thank you guys for stopping by. Oh, great. I get invited by a bot to go to a cryptocurrency discussion group. Man, I cannot tell you how horrible that sounds. That sounds awful. That sounds like my nightmare. Matthew Backle over on Instagram. Thank you so much for stopping by. Look, I mean, genuinely, this It like completely revolutionized. I haven't changed cameras. This is the exact same camera. This looks so much better. It's true that lighting really does change your whole game. I dig it. I mean, it's still like grainy as heck over on Instagram, but you know, I can only run so many things. You know what? I am just having a flash right now. Did I wear this shirt on my live stream last week? Take me to the video. Why is it so I hate Oh no, I wore a different green shirt last week. Okay. Okay. We're still good. Instagram is always grainy for me. Yeah, it's just how it goes. Did I win the Heaven Hill 18 giveaway yet? Brian, I kind of just won the giveaway myself. Like I haven't even I don't have a whole lot of this. But if I do need to share, I'll see what I can do. Oh crap, do I have food in my teeth? I 100% do. Darn it, Perry, I'm going to have to shop for better lighting. Your lighting is amazing. Thank you. I just got lights on I just got them on Amazon. Here, let me pop the link in the chat. Here we go. Sorry to pick my teeth on camera. Those are the lights that I got. I mean, they're super easy. Nice and simple. I can't get over it. Like completely changed the dynamic of the camera. Wild. Anyway. Let's get something to drink because I am currently dry. I'm thirsty. It has been a long week. It's been a long day. The Whiskey Saint Darrell stopping by. Cheers, y'all. Cheers to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. My lighting makes me look like I spent 12 months in a fallout shelter. I swear I don't look that pasty in person. Yeah, you're not pasty. I've met you in person, Stacy. You're not pasty at all. Just something to warm up with. Just a little something. You know what? Brian's in the chat. Just to wet my whistle, I'll go with a little Four Rosa Small Batch Select. What are you drinking? Is anybody drinking anything? What you got going on? Let me know. Brian approves. I guess it's a shadow. I truly don't know. Mike Meyer, cheers all. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for swinging by. Cheers, of course. Poured some Whistler PX cask finish Ohio pick. Nice. Sounds delicious. Just cracked Green River Rye, Old Overholt cast strength on deck. Man, how good is Green River Rye? It is a fantastic rye whiskey. I'm an advocate for it now. That seems better. Pouring some liquid IV. I had a body armor IV earlier today. It's not even that I was like feeling bad or like hungover or anything. I needed. I don't know. I felt like I needed something to get me over the hump. Proofhound over on Instagram. Thank you for coming by. Good to see you. Also, anybody who's not in our Discord, which is, I mean, for those of you who are not on the Patreon, you wouldn't be in the Discord. But for anybody who missed it or is not in there, the influencers have me wanting to try Z-Biotics. I have not tried Z-Biotics yet, Brian. I would really like to, actually. Today, we finally got our we had the live show venue locked in, but we had not up until today locked in our hotel space for the meetup in May over Memorial Day weekend. But as of this afternoon, we got our hotel locked in. Got a block of rooms for people. It's going to be cheaper than what you would normally get. But we had to, for anybody who's not up to date, we lost our previous hotel and live show space because our guy who did the bookings left and he did not put anything in place. Wilmington Piper, WP, Larceny, A224. I had some of that last night. Hope you're well, buddy. Good to see you. We lost our Clarion, the hotel we would normally go to, and we were upgrading to 21C in downtown Lexington, which is one of my favorite hotels. It's also got an art gallery in it. It's designed to be very art friendly. Jeffrey Wack, hello again, whiskey friends. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you've had a good week. And then our live show venue is also downtown. It's a couple blocks away from the hotel. But we will be posting tickets and info for everything sooner than later. Stay on the lookout for that. Patreon, of course, is going to have first crack at everything. Probably limiting the VIP tickets to 20, depending on the space that we have. But yeah, keep that in mind. Just keep it on your radar. And we'll have the hotel link up before too long as well. So thank you all so much for being patient with us as we get things sorted out. It was very stressful finding out nearly last minute based on when we start to push things that we had lost our hotel. So it was very stressful for a minute, and now we can kind of relax, and it's going to be molto bene. Someday I'll make a meetup. Podcast Villain, it's ready for you whenever. Miss M. Fresh crack, first sip of the night, Green River Rye does not disappoint. I agree. I am a big fan of that rye. Never had a Green River I didn't like. WP. I think you and I are in the same boat, my friend. You know, on this week's episode, actual episode of the podcast, I said I couldn't remember the other mead that I had been drinking, and I was just looking at it. It was Charm City Mead Works. I don't know if anybody has heard of them before. But it looks like they're out of Maryland? Yeah, they're out of Baltimore. Hello, Swan. Hello to you. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you are doing well. I miss you. I miss you, Swanee. Charm City is a Total Wine affiliate. I did get it at Total Wine, so that makes sense. I'd never seen it before, and I finished this bottle the other day, but I got this Bun Ratty mead, which is spectacular. It's Irish. Absolutely spectacular mead. But I got that when I was at Total Wine, and just grabbed the Charm City as well, because why not? My mother-in-law, Holly, stopping by on Instagram. I think she's gone now, but it's good to see you. I will be at Bourbon on the Banks and in town the Friday before for anyone making that trek. Bring a mic, Pear Bear. I would love to do what are the dates for Bourbon on the Banks this year? Not now. In October? I might be able to make that. We'll see. I haven't been to Bourbon on the Banks since the first one in 2019. And I mean, if I can work it out and we can make it happen, it'd be nice to have another tent there, because that was absolute money. It was being able to go and set up and record with people who were out on the out and about, I suppose. That was good. But anyway, all right. I'm ready to get into these two reviews. I will be starting with the Bernheim Barrel Proof Kentucky Straight Wheat Whiskey. Come on, camera. Whatever. A224. 125.2 proof. These are 7 to 9 years old. Lakota 4444. Hello, Lakota. Stopping by on Instagram. It is good to see you. Bernheim Barrel Proof retailing for $65, I believe. $64.99. I don't remember what I did. Oh, here's the paper. Look at that. 51% wheat, 37% corn, and 12% malted barley. Aged between 7 and 9 years in Heaven Hill's traditional open rick houses. 125.2 proof. And yes, $64.99. I liked the Bernheim Barrel Proof I had a while back. They're not bad. They're not my favorite, but they are solid. I've got is that the A223, I think, up there? Excuse me. David Burkett, $69.99 in Illinois. David, I don't know if I've seen you around here before. Seen you around here before is what I was trying to say. But it is nice to see you in here. Welcome to the family. 65 in North Carolina. Yeah. And I mean, that's MSRP. But both of these, by the way, both of the two whiskeys that I will be reviewing tonight were sent courtesy of our friends at Heaven Hill. That will not sway my review in one way or another. Just want to let you know, remind you. Because awesome podcast. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Tell your friends. It's my great pleasure right now. That's not the. It's what gets me out. No, it's not what gets me out of bed in the morning. My family gets me out of bed in the morning, and having to work. Dr. Mupton, Dr. Mupton on Instagram. Regardless, hi, hello, good to see you. Maybe he's one of the New Virginia crew. He did say Illinois though. WP. Great pleasure. Yeah, that Virginia thing was crazy. Crazy sauce. I got to be honest, this doesn't smell super weedy. It smells kind of ricey, honestly. Illinois for life. There you go, Tony. It's very savory smelling, which is really peculiar. Ritter 5, Papa Ritter on Instagram. Hi, Dad. Yeah, it's a very savory smelling whiskey. I don't know. That's really kind of it. I'm here waiting for Mom to get back with the dogs. There you go. All right, let's find out. Oh. Huh? Illinois sucks, but we have a large liquor store called Benny's that still sells at retail, even Pappy. Caddyshack's on BBC America. There you go. I have heard tell of Benny's, but never been able to frequent it myself. But I do. I have tried many picks from them and have loved them all. What is that face? It's one of confusion and kind of displeasure. It's not very good. I don't mean to. I don't mean to be mean about it, but it's very strange. It almost doesn't drink like an American whiskey at all. There are components of it that feel closer to something like a Scotch. I mean, but it's also really sour. I don't like it. I just straight up don't like it. Sign me up, Swan. Come drink this with me. It's what was the mash bill? It wasn't even like that high of barley. 12% malted barley, which is what they normally use. It's grainy. It's grassy. It's kind of got that weird like wet hay thing going on about it too. Bernheim is sweet up front, burns on the finish, but I don't hate it. Not this one. This one's really weird. I don't mind the nose, but it's I mean, it even kind of has that like acidic thing that some scotches have that people attribute to being like bile or a Band-Aid. Like it's just not. Swan has turned, of course, into more of a whiskey drinker or a Scotch drinker, excuse me, than bourbon. Scott Larson over on Instagram. Hello, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. And maybe it's just the neck pour, but it's all neck pour, dude. It's a sample bottle. It's all neck pour. This is music to your ears. I mean, I just want to know from somebody who is a more trained and more frequent Scotch drinker than I am. Am I off? I mean, like I was even thinking for a second that it was like tainted because I've never had a wheat whiskey like this before. Ned Fremick. Might be gone now. I don't know. But hello, Ned Fremick on Instagram. Good to see you. Scotch has more of a dirt flavor. It's not quite dirt. A little bit of citrus finally coming through. It has opened up. I mean, it has opened up quite a bit actually, and is maybe it was a neck pour. I don't know. Linux Cat refers to that note as yellow. It's a malty note that not everyone can get down with. Keep in mind, wheat is an absence of flavoring grain for some, so it's likely highlighting malt. A very good point. A very, very good point. However, it is strange that with as high of a corn content as it has, well, it's not peat necessarily, David. It's more of like that maltiness, like an unpeated Scotch. Yeah, 37% corn. It's weird that it's not making it any sweeter. I love American single malts too. I absolutely do. Tony stopping by on Instagram and Corey Bruckner. Hello, Corey. Tony, what are you doing on Instagram now? Hopping all over the place. Like a madman. Westward whiskeys are my favorite. I have not I don't think. Maybe I've had one or two things from Westward. I don't remember. It does not remind me of Monkey Shoulder. I gotta stop drinking it. It's not agreeing with me for some reason. That's a yellow note scotch. Yellow note scotch for most. Yeah, It's so weird. Swan is correct. If there's a certain malt note, I detect yellow. When it is balanced, I like it, but when it is the star, it is not for me. That note can taste like stomach bile. That's what I'm getting with this. I am tasting stomach bile. So I am imagining that this is the as Swan said, the malt being highlighted. That's what it feels like, at least. Oh, man, I like. My stomach genuinely got upset after drinking it, which I know is not what people want to hear when I review whiskey or what anybody wants to hear about their whiskey, but it's not good. that I always want these like affordable barrel proof American whiskeys to just be stone cold stunners. I really want them to be. I want them to be exceptional. I want people to lose their minds over them. I want them to be more popular so that we get better product, we get more of them. And this is a pure to me, it is not. WP is right. It's not my flavor profile. I'm not. And if you like it, fine. It's not great. Oh, Papa Ritter hopped over to YouTube. Hi again, Dad. We do need the Swan review. Swan, I'll send you an ounce or two. Even when I have a little bit of reflux when I burp after having drank it, I feel like I have thrown up recently, or like I am about to throw up. When I get yellow, my mind goes back to the days in elementary school when a kid puked in class and janitor came in with the sawdust to soak it up to be swept. Yeah. Bike and Bourbon, hello. Good to see you, friend. Hope you've been well. How does Buffalo Trace do what they do? Weller Foolproof still rules the weeded bourbon. I think that's all a matter of subjectivity. I do love Weller Foolproof. I think it is an excellent bourbon. However, to me, pound for pound, and especially in the availability, with the availability caveat, Maker's Cask Strength is the best high proof weeder on the market that is consistently available. But again, Weller Foolproof, absolutely fantastic bourbon. I would say try some water in it, but that historically has made it worse in that malty note. I'm kind of done drinking it. I just can't stomach the thought of drinking more of it. Nobody's been able to copy Weller Foolproof. I understand your enthusiasm for it, for sure. I don't think anybody wants to do exactly what Buffalo Trace does, though. And I mean, Maker's Cast Strength was out before Weller Foolproof was as well. I agree on Makers. For weeded, I prefer the Private Select Maker's Mark. The Cast Strength Makers and Makers 46 are up there as well. Bourbon Brothers stopping by on Instagram. Hello. Maker's Cast Strength all day? Yes. Don't go back. You made your point. Honestly, honesty is legit. I agree. I have had some Weller 107 and Foolproof picks that have been amazing. One Weller Foolproof pick I had was straight up Dr. Pepper. Biking, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of Buffalo Trace products. Bourbon Brother, hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. What you drinking on, by the way? Haven't asked this since earlier in the stream, but what's everybody drinking? Biking saying he's not a fan of Buffalo Trace products. I think consistently Buffalo Trace appeals so much to what people think of as bourbon because of how solid their products are. But if you don't like, you know, if you don't like cherry cola, you're not going to like Buffalo Trace. Widow Jane 10-year. I have not had Widow Jane in a minute. I was drinking Green River. I really like Papa Ritter. It sounds like it's a Green River night around the TIMBP live chat. Because that's what Tony started out with. Old WP was talking about some Green River earlier. I was talking about their rye, which I need to bring over for you to try soon. Stag Junior Stag and George T. Stag are my favorite Buffalo Trace products. They're definitely up there for me. It's funny how even though they're the same recipe, Stag and Taylor Barrel Proof are so different. But their barrel proof products are where it's at for me. Anyway. Let's move on, shall we, to what hopefully will be more of a got 2 turntables and a microphone. Would love to get a Blade and Bow cast strength. Oh, that'd be fun. But moving on to the Heaven Hill Heritage Collection 2024 release, 18-year-old bourbon at 120 proof. Folks, if anything has been up my alley, this surely, by all accounts, would be it. It is their typical bourbon recipe from what I remember. 78% corn, 12% malted barley, and 10% rye, and is bottled at 120 proof. With an age statement of 18 years, this release is made up of 133 barrels produced in December of 2005, pulled from the 3rd floor of Rick House 1I. In 2005, I was 12. I was 12 years old when this whiskey went into the barrel. And I'm 30 now. $300 a bottle. This season of Survivor is season 46, and while Mama Ritter and I were watching last night's episode, I kept saying, no makers 46. No makers. Eric J-Mo. Stopping by on Instagram. I was just a babe. I was 12. 2005 was also the year I started playing guitar. Right? Yeah, I started when I was 12. 18 years. I've been playing guitar for 18 years. Dadgum. $10 years, 121 proof rye. What a kick. Is that the old Overholt that you're drinking on, Tony? My old guitar. That's right. I did start playing on your old guitar. What is my favorite guitar? My favorite guitar is this one, actually. This is my 2007 Fender Highway 1 American-made Stratocaster. I talked about this on a stream a few weeks ago, but it is the exact same guitar that it was on day one, except for the neck. Switched to a more comfortable neck with a better radius. Bigger frets as well, which I like. It allows me to kind of dig into it a little bit. It's beat to poop is what Papa Ritter said. It's just got a lot of love on it. Look at that. That was a lot of playing. Yeah. This guitar has been all over the country with me. I've played on my own records with it. My single that came out a couple weeks ago. This guitar is on Mine Heart, my album that I put out in 2014. This guitar is on other bands that I've played in, Semper Vivi, All the Little Pieces, Darren Zancan Band, lots of outfits that this guitar has been a part of. And there's I think I said this on that stream a couple weeks ago. If my family were out safe in a house fire and I was still able to go back in and get anything, forget the whiskey, I'm getting I'm getting this guitar. This is my prized possession, I suppose. What's that? 50? 05? I don't know. Anyway. And Swan did share my Spotify artist page, which is new as well, where you can listen to the new single. You can listen to my album. More music soon, hopefully, too. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There's probably going to be some new stuff that happens with the Perry Ritter music endeavors. So stay tuned for that. give that a click and support Perry on music endeavors. Not to mention just enjoy. Yes, please do. I played it on Kiss Alive too. I did play it on Kiss Alive too. My very short but what's the word? Profound, maybe. Am I on Napster yet? I am on Napster. I'm not even kidding. I am not even kidding. Yes, Napster is still a thing. And when I was putting Cruel out, I'm too young for Napster. I never encountered Napster when I was growing up, but I of course know what it is. When I was putting Cruel out, I pushed it basically to just all streaming services. And one of them that was included in that list was Napster. So, yeah, you can get the album on there, Mine Heart. You can get Cruel, single. The Shock Me solo overdub that Ace Frehley could not play. There we go. Yeah. Everybody knows now. My secret that I played on Kiss Alive too. Anyway. This is a surprisingly, and you can't really make it out too much on camera. It's a surprisingly light color for an 18-year-old bourbon. When the sample bottle came in yesterday, I had to look at it a couple of times to realize, like, just to process that it was light. That's dark. It's not dark. I mean, it's not so light that I'm like, maybe there's like 8-year-old bourbon in here. But it's not what I was anticipating. Perry had just released his album, and our art professor at the time would always ask for music recommendations. Without him knowing we had her play his album, it was an interesting studio session. That was the weirdest day. Walking into Julie's class and hearing my music play. It was so funny and so awkward. And I was like, great. Great. Now I have to sit here for 40 minutes and listen to myself. Son of Dawn over on Instagram. What's up, buddy? Hope you're well. All right, I'm going to give this a nose finally. Bourbon MSP hopping in on Instagram. Good to see you. Now that smells like bourbon. It's weird how it's a kind of lighter. Holler at your boy sometime. I'll give you a holler, man. I'll hit you up soon. There are some of those like dark currant flavors that are on there. Or notes, I suppose. Came in late. What are we drinking? I have just poured am about to review the Heaven Hill Heritage Collection 2024 release 18-year-old 120 proof bourbon. Yeah, it's a very delicate 18-year-old bourbon. It's interesting. All right. I'm just mostly curious how this tastes because in the words of a very well known and well respected. Hold on. Let me do something here. In the words of a well-respected bourbon YouTuber, it's not every day that you get an 18-year-old. Or get to have. What was it she said? I can't remember exactly. It was funny. It was really, really funny what Sarah said. Yo, WP with the $25 Snuffy Chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Great show. I appreciate that. People still chatting? My chat's gone dead. Oh, there it is. Is it anything like Elijah 18? Foliage and sheet. I feel like Elijah Craig 18 is more, it's oakier. It is an oakier bourbon somehow. I don't know. Let's get to drinking it though. It's hot. It has a lot of alcohol burn. I mean, first impression, I would have a hard time paying $300 for this. I mean, I'd have a hard time paying $300 again for any bourbon. But Swam. It is opening up quite a bit, though. Oh, hot. For whatever reason, I mean, even though it is a lower proof than the Bernheim was, it feels like it took my palate longer to adjust to the ethanol on this one than it did the Bernheim. Oddly enough. Maybe I'm having an off palate day. WP's drinking a Larceny Barrel Proof. There we go. There we go. It is funny, though. I'm picking up on more malt on this than I I normally would with a Heaven Hill bourbon. Yeah, it's really strange. It's not. it's not as big of a flavor profile as I was anticipating from, again, an 18-year-old bourbon. That being said, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I just need more from it. I need more. And I'm somebody who genuinely loves a big oak bomb with bourbon. I love a big oaky profile. It's one of my favorites. And this is just, man, it ain't it. It ain't it. But come back around to it sometime. Eventually, sometime. Maybe after a night of palate rest, I'll drink it. Also, I'm tomorrow. What was I talking about? I don't know. Brain just completely fried. Just lost it. Anyway. Good, not great. Wish it could be better. But still. $300, man. Tomorrow. Cheers, y'all. From Donnie. Was that a preemptive, like, we're wrapping things up? Might have been. But I do think I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Disappointing that these two did not come out the way I wanted them to. But it's okay. That's all right. We'll try it again. Try another day. Thank you all so much for supporting. Thank you for being here. Go follow on social media. If you have not done so already at My Bourbon Pod. Tomorrow? Oh, that's... Yeah, I still don't know what I was gonna say about tomorrow. No clue. Anyway, that does it for tonight. See y'all real soon. Until next time, though, I'm Perry, and this is TIMBP Live. Bye.